worthless piece of paper called the 9/11 Commission Report. Even 60% of the commission members have said that their efforts to investigate 9/11 were blocked, thwarted. Repeatedly, they were lied to by the CIA and by the government. That the amount of information they were allowed to have access to was severely limited and curtailed. John Gold just did an excellent job of enumerating that, and I'm sure he could have gone on for hours. So I'm going to allow the next speaker to take the mic, but thank you for having me here today, and never stop asking questions and demanding answers. Never stop! Never stop!
Rescue Me star Daniel Sunjata headlines 9/11 protest march. This article is from Raw Story on September 28th by Stephen Webster. A lead actor from the popular FX television show Rescue Me joined a large group of 9/11 activists and survivors on Sunday in a march from New York City's Battery Park to City Hall. During an afternoon rally in the park, Daniel Sunjata, who plays the role of Franco Rivera in the firefighter drama featuring actor Dennis Leary, took the stage with an impassioned call for a new investigation. The march was held to support the NYC Can coalition, which is currently engaged in a court battle with City Hall over the legality of their ballot measure calling for a new 9/11 investigation. The group has gathered over 80,000 signatures from New Yorkers in support of its ballot initiative and even won a recent legal skirmish over a challenge to the validity of its petition signatures. The city's challenge to the initiative's legality continues, however, with a court referee recently advising the judge to fine for the city. An NYC Can media advisory, which refers to the 9/11 Commission report as a disgrace, notes that the group's lawyers were to file a motion for reconsideration on Monday, September 28th.
Let the world know, as well as the city government, that we do want to get to the justice and accountability due our loved ones and so many others. I am surrounded right now by some incredible people.
Let me get behind
I want to thank you again. I see so many familiar faces. I see so many faces from different places that I know you from different actions you've taken with different groups. I think it's incredible that we have such a diversity. It shows that this is not a political issue at all. This is an issue dealing with a mass murder and unsolved crime. And we're taking part in some spectacular actions right now. We're here really because 80,000 people have signed a document in support of family members, first responders, survivors, researchers, activists, professors, architects, engineers, a plethora of people from so many different industries and organizations in revealing a lot of what the initial sham of an investigation did not reveal, and that's the whole truth. So we're here because the city is trying to say that we the people can't put one question on the ballot in November. The city is trying to stop us from putting one question on the ballot, okay? That question that the city is attempting to stop us put on the ballot is, would you approve of a new and proper and subpoena-powered, impartial, non-political investigation where 100% of the questions are answered? That's what the city's trying to stop us. We're here to prove them that we the people are the government. We the people are the ones that should be allowed to ask each other questions and put it to a popular vote, and put it to a vote where the city government would then have to put together a commission composed of some of the most humble and most genuine people around, non-political. What we're trying to do is we're trying to have an investigation that should have taken place already, an investigation that's going to look at the forensic evidence, look at the scientific evidence, look at the corroborated, substantiated empirical evidence that has not been looked at. We're attempting to find out what happened and what's happening right now to first responders, why they're so sick, those heroes who went in to rescue and recover my uncle's body and 3,000 others. We're looking to find out why they're so sick. We're looking to see why the U.S. government is trying to tell us that physics do not apply, the ones that we all learned our entire life on one day, the day that my uncle was murdered, and why not 2 but 3 towers were demolished The third one, never being hit by a plane. Why did that happen? Why haven't we had answers to so many questions? It's incredible when you're part of a team that collects 80,000 signatures, when you're part of a team that is trying to get to justice and accountability, when you're surrounded by some of the most incredible people that you've ever met. And I want to say that. I look at everyone here and I think I'll know you for the rest of my life. I think you'll be lifelong friends. I think because what we're doing is we're pioneers in so many ways. This is an historical event. We have set precedent for the rest of the world. New York City Can.org has set precedent.
Okay, our next story is from Voice of America News on October 1st. It's by Carolyn Weaver. New York federal judge denies request for CIA secret documents. A U.S. federal judge has ruled that hundreds of documents detailing the Central Intelligence Agency's now shuttered overseas secret detention program of suspected terrorists, including extreme interrogation methods, may be kept secret. U.S. District Judge Alvin K. Hellerstein on Wednesday refused to release documents describing Central Intelligence Agency terror interrogations and the names of detainees or CIA contractors involved in the secret rendition program. He said he would defer to the CIA's judgment on the need to keep the papers secret in order to protect intelligence methods and sources. The ACLU had asked for the release of 580 documents, including some that described videotapes of CIA interrogations using extreme techniques such as waterboarding or simulated drowning. The CIA destroyed the actual videotapes in 2005. The ACLU argued that the CIA secret program was illegal under international and U.S. law, that it involved the torture and deaths of some inmates, and therefore should not be shielded from public view. Hellerstein said that he would not rule on whether or not the methods and practices described in the documents were legal. He said he agonized about such decisions, but that in what he called a post-9/11 world, he would not question the CIA's judgment about how to protect the intelligence gathering. Okay, and in financial news, we have this article from the webpage Zero Hedge. FDIC discloses deposit insurance fund is now negative. This is from October 1st. In an unprecedented disclosure, the FDIC has highlighted that it expects the DIF reserve ratio to be negative as of September 30th. As there are a whopping 48 hours before that deadline, one can safely assume that the DIF is now well into negative territory. As of today, depositors have no insurance courtesy of a banking system that has leached out all the capital of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Let's pray there is no run on the bank soon. Pursuant to these requirements, staff estimates that both the fund balance and the reserve ratio as of September 30, 2009 will be negative. This reflects in part an increase in provisioning for anticipated failures. In contrast, cash and marketable securities available to resolve failed institutions remain positive. Additionally, the FDIC has now raised its expectation for bank failure costs from $70 billion to $100 billion. Feel free to expect this number to continue growing. Okay, folks, that is going to conclude another episode of the America 20XY Week in Review. Remember, eternal vigilance is the price of freedom. God bless you. God bless America. Good night.